Hello, welcome to Gardening at 58 North. So in this video I'd like to give you guys an update on my Pachypodium succulentum, and what I'll be doing is I'll be repotting it and trying to expose the roots a bit more. So first of all, I'd like to give you an update on how this is done since the previous update. So in the previous update I was talking about how it hadn't really grown in 6 years. The reason being it didn't have enough cold dormancy in the winter, then grow in the summer. But I've been giving it plenty of cold dormancy over the winter now, and it has been putting on lots of growth each summer. So you can see here it's grown quite a lot since the last update. The longest shoot is probably this one here at the back, which is a good 15 to 20 centimeters long. And there's lots of other long shoots that have come up as well. So the top half is looking a little bit messy at the moment, but I don't really want to do any pruning until next year. I'd like to do the pruning when it's just coming out of dormancy in spring. At the moment, I'm just going to leave it as it is. What it tends to do is it puts on lots of growth in spring, puts out these long shoots. Then for the rest of the summer, it doesn't put any more shoots on or any more leaves. And it will just absorb all the energy from the sun and grow up its cortex, which is this big fat part of the stem at the bottom. So that's why I don't want to prune anything off now, because it will reduce the growth of the cortex. So what I'm going to do is I'll prune it next update, but for now I want to get it a bigger pot. It's been in this pot for quite a while and it's very pot bound, and I want to make sure that its roots are a bit more exposed so we can see more of that interesting root structure and just basically show it off more. So I'll be upgrading it to a 3-litre pot. Nothing exciting about this pot, but what I want to do in the future is put it in a nice interesting pot, maybe like a bonsai style, something that will really show off the roots a bit better. But I'll take this out and show you how it looks. One of the problems with this is root pruning would be tricky because it has got very succulent roots, and it's going to be difficult taking this pot out because I can feel that the roots have expanded and it's incredibly tight, but I'll try my best to get it out of the pot without damaging it. As I say, it's really very pot bound. What I'm going to do is break off any of the loose compost because I want to try and expose as much of these roots as possible. And when I first got this succulent, what I did is I actually exposed a lot of this because this tends to grow its cortex and its roots really succulent and swollen, whereas the stems tend to stay thin. So when I first got this, I raised most of its root system above the ground, and that's why it has such a prominent cortex at the moment. So I want to expose as many of these roots as possible because these are the really interesting parts of the plant that swell up. So I'll just brush back this compost and expose a bit more. And we can see in the bottom as well, it's really congested with the growth. It's got lots and lots of swollen roots and they're all stuck at the bottom, no space for them to come out. So I'll take off as much, let's say, as much loose compost as possible and expose the roots. So it has a small root here at the top. What I'm going to do is remove that one so I can plant this a bit deeper. And these are quite toxic, so I'm going to make sure I'm wearing gloves whilst I'm doing this. I don't want to get any of the sap from this plant on my gloves. So I'm just going to remove some of these smaller, finer roots near the surface so that we can expose more of this root system, or at least expose the larger roots on it. So there we go, that's quite a lot of the root system now exposed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some nice fresh compost for it and get it potted up into a new potting mix. So the compost I'll be using is a mix I've made up myself. It's basically based off my topsoil, which is a sandy loam, so it's nice and free draining and also quite rich in nutrients. But what I've also done is I've added probably about 1/3 perlite just to really make sure that it's free draining. This is a succulent and it really doesn't like its roots to be too wet, so if I have this too moisture retentive, I could have root rot. So make sure it's nice and free draining. And also I've added a little bit of multi-purpose compost just to make sure there's a little bit of moisture retention and some extra nutrients as well. But I've made sure that there's lots of perlite to offset that moisture retention from the multi-purpose compost. But it's important to have a little bit of moisture retention because you want to be able to hold moisture but at the same time have it free draining enough that the plant is not going to have root rot. And I find a combination of perlite and multi-purpose compost does that quite well. So I'm just going to fill this up. And then I'm going to check the height, see how that looks. That looks like a pretty good height, I think. So I'll just go get a bit more compost and we'll just fill it up a bit higher, and we'll just make sure that the top of the roots are exposed. So I'm just going to go around now filling this up, and I want to put in as little compost as possible because I want to really have those roots exposed. So there we are, that's it now potted up with the roots a lot more exposed, so this will be more interesting. And now it's got a much bigger space for its roots, it should grow a lot better for me. Now I don't want to massively oversize the pot with this because it is a succulent, it doesn't need a huge amount of root space, so if I went for a really big pot I'd have a risk of overwatering, so I'm going to make sure that I've only tripled the size of the pot. I've not any more than that. This is as much as an upsizing as I want to do. So what this should do now is for the rest of the season is to grow lots of roots, and it will very strongly grow those roots into the soil and establish within the pot. We won't notice much growth on top. There shouldn't be any new growth at all. What might happen is we might get a little bit of cordex growth, although I'm not expecting a huge amount because probably most of the growth will be going into new roots, establishing into the soil. Then next spring, I'll do some pruning and we should get lots of strong new growth. And we'll try and work on the shape of the branches a bit. I've never pruned this before. I've just kind of let it do its thing. And quite often the tips die off, like this one here. I think that's maybe just a bit of a dampness over the winter, a bit of cold and damp shock, as it's in quite a cool damp conservatory. So we'll need to try and remedy some of that and take off some of the dead, but otherwise it's looking good. I'll just make sure I keep it positioned correctly in the pot. It is quite loose at the moment, only the very bottom of the root system is in the pot, so I'll just need to make sure it's supported correctly, keep that cordex nice and straight, but within a few weeks to a month this should have its roots fully established and it'll be nice and secure again.